Hey guys, welcome back. This is a quick follow-up to a video that I posted on Saturday. And it's a question from a client of mine. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to give a little piece of it and then hopefully do a little bit better job of explaining. So this is in reference to the video about embodying this, like really understanding this at a body level and not at an intellectual, logical level. Because we humans are so addicted to our thinking. We've been taught our whole lives for generations and generations that the place to go is our mind. We need to figure things out. We need to solve and make things happen. And in the process, we kind of lose touch with everything below the head. And so she says, what do you mean when you say feel it in your body? I get pulled into the stories in my head again, and I'm back to having a lot of anxious and fearful thinking. So you say feel it in the body, and the body is the portal, but how? Can you maybe make a video on that how? A practical, how do I feel this instead of thinking about it? And I love that question. It's actually much simpler than your mind wants to make it. Notice that even the question, how, is the mind reaching in like it does. It's so cute, so adorable, just doing what minds do. It's just a little simple programmed machine. It just wants you up here. Like if it can ask how, why, when, well, it gets you back up into figuring it out mode. But we don't want to figure this out. So what if instead, let's see if this feels a little simpler in the body, in the belly, in the heart. Instead of, I actually had a client this morning even saying, I tried so hard yesterday to feel, and then she listed the things she was trying to feel. She was like, and it didn't work. I couldn't figure out how to bring it in. But that's just the mind again. That's the mind thinking, trying. So what if instead, when something comes up, like let's say the mind, I'm going to give a couple scenarios, one with content and one with no content. The first one has content. So I'm going to take my easy one, Chesapeake Bay Bridge. I have this phobia of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. So let's say something comes up and my mind is like, oh God, I would have to drive across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. And then I start like going in my head, how could I not have that experience? How could I get out of that experience? Well, my body would naturally, as bodies do because they're brilliant, my body will ratchet up. And that ratcheting up of my nervous system, it's not saying anything about the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. And it's not even saying anything about the stories going through my head. It's saying, whoa, you are lost in confusion about how this life works, about where safety and security come from, about you being this separate little vulnerable self. Come back. So in that situation, how do I stay with the feelings instead of the story? Oh my God, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, anxious, horrible. What if I go over the edge? All the things a mind, so cute. All the things a mind does. The first thing is to really just be curious. What if the sensations in my body are not at all what my culture has taught me they are? What if the sensations, those nervous system responses, are brilliant gifts? I can trust them. They are leading me back to truth and reality and what is real beyond the story. Just what if? Just play what if. And then the second part of that, instead of trying to feel the feeling of anxiety or fear, I think of it again. I always use this metaphor. I'm holding my hand out for a butterfly to land. I'm simply having a welcoming posture. That's enough. This isn't hard. This isn't difficult. It's just open. Are you open to feeling something in your body? That's it. That's enough. And then things may occur to you. It may occur to you like I do. I write in my journal. I sing along with the radio until sometimes I start crying. Something will occur to you or it won't. But this is more about, can you just be open? Hand out. Can you just be open for the butterfly to land, for life to come through you, however it wants to come through you? And if you're trying to have a feeling, that's the mind. That's the mind jumping in again, trying to play spiritual games. Just come back to a welcoming posture, hand open. Yeah. Yes, life, I'm willing to feel this. I am. And leave it alone. You will feel it because we are feeling creatures. That's what we do. You don't need to try and figure it out. And then the other example I was going to give is when there's literally no content, like you're not consciously thinking about anything, and then you just notice like a tightening or a lurch in your gut or some kind of visceral, sadness, grief, jealousy, anger, rage, fear, whatever it is that just catches you off guard and you don't even think you're thinking anything. Well, that's brilliant. Because in that moment, the only thing to consider is what if that emotion, that sadness, that fear that came out of nowhere is 100% trustworthy and does not need to be managed or controlled or babysat. It just same thing. Open posture, hand open. Hey, you're here. And then be open to the butterfly landing. Don't figure out how to hold it. Just, I'm willing. I'm willing to hold and include that fear, that shame, that rage, that jealousy, whatever it is that's coming up, that resentment. Oh, resentment's here. It just wants to be included. Everything gets to be included from this point forward. Everything. Because you are not this little character. You are the space through which these things are moving. You are the space of love and joy and peace. And those sensations, those symptoms, those emotions, they're doing their best to continuously wake you up and point you home. Hey, you're so identified, you're so attached to this, which is so transient. It changes every single breath, it's different. Come back to what is stable and steady, to who you really are. The feelings, the emotions, they will always point you in the right direction. And this isn't difficult. If it feels difficult, that's a mind getting involved. Just, yeah, sure. Yes, I'm willing. I'm willing to include whatever just came up. Confusion. Oh, confusion's here. Yeah, I trust that. Okay. I'm open. The doors are open. My arms are open. And then as soon as your mind starts trying to go down and figure out how, oh, that's confusion too. Okay. More confusions here. They all want to be included. They all want a place at the table. And we've just been taught our whole lives, the good guys and the bad guys. Happiness, excitement, joy, have those. Sadness, grief, fear, insecurity, confusion, no. Those are excluded. We don't include them. We don't like those. Shut the door. Well, enough of shutting the door on them. Every emotion is energy. Energy wants to be reintegrated, included, wants to be part of the whole again. You, the whole, the wholeness, the complete you. I think that's about as good as I could explain it. Just be open. Hands out. Butterflies can land when they're ready to land. There's nothing to chase. There's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to pin down. You could even just be in a space of, I don't know. Notice how the mind hates it. And so adorable. I don't know. It's a really great space to be in. I hope this helps, and I look forward to hearing from more of you. I love getting these emails, by the way. Ask away all your questions. I love answering them. Thanks, guys. Bye.